Seeds of Love, written by Lola Lockhart, narrated using ElevenLabs voice technology. This audiobook is part of the University of Mountain Springs series, a world of steamy slow burns, STEM, and second chances. All rights reserved. Unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this recording is prohibited. Now, settle in. Because when academic rivals turn into unexpected lovers, things are bound to get deliciously complicated. Chapter 1. Alex. The girl staring back at me from the bathroom mirror is a stranger. No glasses, hair that actually looks intentional, and a name that doesn't fit. Yet. "You've got this, Alexandria," I whisper, but the syllables feel clunky and pretentious, like I'm trying on my mother's heels. I've been Ally my whole life, but Allie feels small and safe, and I didn't come to the University of Mountain Springs to stay small. The contact lenses are making my eyes water, my new bra is digging into my ribs, and I'm about 90% sure I've already committed 3 social crimes just walking across campus. But here I am, reinventing myself on a Tuesday, because apparently that's what desperate freshmen do. New college, new me, right? Except, new me still has the social skills of a particularly anxious houseplant. I don't feel like Allie anymore. Or maybe I just don't want to be her. Allie was Emma's choice anyway, a name she picked out for me when we were kids. Alexandria only came out when my mom was particularly peeved, usually for forgetting to call Great Auntie Sue about birthday thank yous. "Alexandria, I didn't raise you to be ungrateful, did I?" she'd say in a tone that could make babies cry. Cue the guilt trip phone calls about marigolds and neighborhood gossip. Riveting stuff, really. Taking a deep breath that does nothing to calm my nerves, I brace myself for social interaction. It's only my second day here, but my first chance to dive into real, college-level science. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little excited. Okay, maybe I'm more than a little excited, but don't tell anyone. I have a reputation as a cool, disaffected freshman to uphold. As I open the door, the wall of noise hits me. A group of students cluster near the lecture hall, laughing and chatting like they've been here forever. I linger on the edges, feeling like Pluto, on the outskirts of the solar system, and definitely not invited to the planet party. I tug at the hem of my UMS sweatshirt, letting the oversized gray fabric swallow me whole. The university's mountain logo is embroidered in silver thread on the chest, 3 peaks nestled together with a tiny pine tree tucked into each valley. The design is simple, but perfect, like the Rocky Mountain view from campus. The sweatshirt itself feels like a wearable hug, which I really need right now. "Hey there, environmental science!" I nearly jump out of my skin. Standing next to me is a girl who looks like she raided Elle Woods' closet. Pink frills and a smile so bright, it's hard not to feel welcome. Yeah? I manage, my voice barely above a whisper. Shit. Off to a stellar start. "Great, I'm Tara," she chirps, apparently unfazed by my awkwardness. "Want to sit together? Safety in numbers, right?" For a moment, I consider making a run for the hills, or at least the safety of the back row. But something about Tara's enthusiasm makes me pause. "Sure," I hear myself say. "I'm Alexandria." "Cool, very pretty name. Mind if I call you Alex?" Yeah, that's cool." Okay, so forget my earlier decision. I'm going by Alex now. Decided by Tara, my new friend. I actually like it. Snappier. Less like my mother shouting at me. As we claim our seats, Tara asks, "So what made you choose environmental science, Alex?" I take a breath. "I want to make a difference," I say, my voice growing stronger even as my brain screams, "Abort mission!" Get into the Global Sustainable Resources Institute program. Help change the world. You know, the usual. I brush it off like it's not the life goal that's driven me for the last decade. I brace for the eye roll, but Tara surprises me. "That's amazing," she gushes. "GSRI is like super competitive, right?" I nod. It's why I put everything else aside in high school. I needed the best grades to get into this college to increase my chances. University of Mountain Springs has a reputation for sending students directly to GSRI. Over 60% of their intakes are UMS students. Something about their environmental science program being tough enough with the right focus for GSRI candidates. You've got to be committed to aim for that. I'm about to get defensive before I realize her tone isn't mocking. She sounds like she might even admire it. What about you? Why are you here? She laughs self-deprecatingly. Great question. I'm still figuring things out. My mom's pushing me toward academia, family legacy and all that. I nod, but I don't really know. My parents never pushed me toward their career paths. My mom would always say, "We all choose our own way, darling," or something equally cryptic that a certified life coach, or as she calls herself, a holistic guidance practitioner, would say. Her parenting style revolved around letting me explore the world and offering advice that, at 12, felt like I'd need a code breaker to understand. But really, I'm more interested in the hands-on stuff, Tara continues. I love the idea of paleo environments, understanding past climates to predict future changes, or maybe something to do with groundwater. I'm pretty good with numbers, and I heard that hydrogeology is full of numbers. As we chat, I'm surprised to find the conversation flowing easily. Tara's bubbly exterior hides a brain that could give Einstein a run for his money. By the time the professor arrives, I'm shocked to realize we've been chatting for over 15 minutes, and not once did she glance around for someone more interesting to talk to. The lecture hall falls silent as the professor takes the podium, his silver hair and crisp suit a stark contrast to the sea of casual student attire. His presence commands attention, and I find myself sitting up straighter, a brand new pen with mountains engraved in it poised over my notebook. I'd picked it up from Elliot's Books and Oddities in town, where the elderly owner had insisted that it would bring me good luck. "Good morning, class," he begins, his voice smooth and commanding. "I'm Dr. Victor Reeves, and I'll be lecturing today on the economics of environmental policy. I don't typically lecture at the freshman level, but some folks at the university decided it's important for the kids to get to know all of the academic staff from day one." His tone makes it clear he doesn't quite agree. "He looks like he's here for a Marvel villain casting call," Tara whispers. I suppress a giggle, slapping a hand over my mouth. "Now," he continues, a slight smirk playing on his lips, "who can tell me why sometimes the most environmentally friendly decision is to do nothing at all?" The room erupts in confused murmurs. My hand twitches, eager to rise, but I hold back. Instead, I scribble furiously, determined to grasp every nuance of his argument before I challenge it. Dr. Reeves launches into his lecture, seamlessly weaving economic theory with environmental science. By the time the lecture ends, my head is spinning with thoughts and ideas. Dr. Reeves made some compelling arguments for big oil, I suppose, but no matter how logical he makes it sound, I'll never support an industry that treats our planet like a disposable coffee cup. As we file out of the hall, Tara turns to me, her eyes wide. "I got major creep vibes from that guy," she says, shivering. She hooks her arm through mine like we're old friends. Not two strangers who met 3 hours ago. I stiffen for a second, then relax. Human contact won't kill me. Probably. Same, I agree, my brain still reeling. He spent more time contradicting himself than making sense. 1 minute, it's save the planet. The next, it's who wants to intern for big oil? Tara nods vigorously, her curls bouncing. Right? I'm this close to dropping the class and taking up underwater basket weaving instead. Mood, I mutter, surprising myself. Ooh, idea. Tara's eyes light up. We could totally ditch his next class and get coffee instead. For our mental well-being. I laugh. Tempting, but I'm pretty sure serial class skipper isn't the college legacy I'm aiming for. Tara pouts, and suddenly I'm aware of how effortlessly gorgeous she is. Her blonde hair is shiny and perfectly curled. She's slim, but with some nice curves. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking like a protractor with anxiety. Lunch? Tara chirps, yanking me out of my pity party. I'm free now if you are. I check my watch. 11:55. Yeah, I'm good until 2 o'clock. Perfect. My brother swears by this place called Sushi Palace. You in? I hesitate, then blurt out. Are you sure you want to have lunch with me? Tara freezes. Alex, duh. That's what friends do. Friends? Hey, Tara says, her voice softening. I get it. I used to be super shy too. I wince. Is my social ineptitude that obvious? But then Tara grins. Want to know my secret weapon? She leans in close. Confidence is like a muscle. Fake it until it gets strong enough to be real. Trust me, one day you'll realize you stopped pretending months ago. I feel my eyes fill up. Shit. Damn hormones. Can't someone be nice to me without me wanting to cry? Now, Tara says, linking our arms again, let's go demolish some sushi and plot world domination. Or at least figure out how to survive Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Oil Tycoon without losing our last brain cells. Zewof. The University of Mountain Springs sprawls across the foothills like its own miniature city. Red brick buildings with solar panel roofs stretch in every direction, a deliberate blend of century-old architecture and cutting-edge sustainability. The Environmental Sciences building stands apart, its living wall of plants cascading down 5 stories of gleaming glass and recycled steel. Students lounge on the lawn between classes. Do you know UMS is one of the first universities to commit to carbon neutrality? Tara asks as we walk. My brochures wouldn't shut up about it. Apparently, they generate 40% of their own power through solar and wind. I nod, already familiar with the stats. It is one of the reasons I've chosen UMS. That and their strong connections to the legendary Global Sustainable Resources Institute program. Sushi Palace turns out to be a hole-in-the-wall joint that looks like it was decorated by a drunk sailor with a penchant for origami, but the smell wafting out is enough to make my mouth water. Trust me, Tara says, catching my skeptical look. My brother Troy swears this place is the best place to eat on campus. We slide into a cramped booth, our knees bumping under the table. So this paragon of culinary wisdom, I say, trying to channel my inner fake-it-till-you-make-it confidence. What's his deal? Tara rolls her eyes, but her smile is fond. Troy's a sophomore here, studying environmental engineering. I raise my eyebrows, impressed. He's basically perfect. She sighs. Aced everything technical in high school and can do no wrong in anyone's eyes, especially my parents who are so pleased they birthed a golden child. I love him to bits, though. He and my dad don't get along, but, well, that's a long story. Sounds like your brother's a nice guy. Maybe we'd be friends, too. I manage. You know, if I can string 2 sentences together without malfunctioning. Oh, you'd be fine. Troy's like a golden retriever on caffeine, enthusiastic about literally everything. He once made friends with a lamppost because it looked lonely. She makes air quotes. I choke on my green tea. You're kidding. Hand to God, Tara says solemnly, then breaks into giggles. Okay, so he was a little drunk at the time, but still. The point is, he's good with people. Hearing about Troy and Tara makes my heart ache. They have the kind of sibling bond I've always wanted, the kind Emma and I tried to create. I push the thought down before it can show on my face. Over incredible sushi, Tara tells me more about why she chose UMS. She could have gone anywhere. Oxford, yes, the Oxford. Even courted her, which she mentions with an eye roll, but watching her brother thrive here during his first year made her realize that sometimes happiness matters more than prestige. Plus, she said she didn't want to turn into an academic drone beetle. So, she turned down her offer and her parents' Ivy League dreams and secretly accepted UMS instead. By the time we're fighting over the last cucumber maki, I'm laughing more than I have in years. I was terrified about today, I admit. Figured I'd end up eating alone while reading. Tara's face softens. Well, tough luck. You can read at home. I grin. So, Tara leans in conspiratorially. My brother's hosting a party tonight at their place, a little off campus. Nothing huge, I promise. Want to come? My stomach flips. A party? All those people, all that noise. But isn't this exactly why I came to college? To stop being the girl who hides behind books? Sure, I say, hoping my voice doesn't betray my nerves. Sounds fun. Little did I know this single decision would change everything, that by tomorrow morning I'd meet someone who would turn my carefully planned world completely upside down. But right now, all I know is that I'm Alex Ford, environmental science freshman, and I'm about to attend my very first college party. What could go wrong?